What's going on, guys? Welcome back again to another video. In today's video we're going to be talking about time frame correlation. Yes, I'm sure you've heard about this term around, and maybe you're still confused. You don't know what exactly it means and how you can use it, and how I'm going to break down how I personally use it, how I kind of keep the higher time frame and the lower time frame in sequence and let them work together, basically to find my perfect entry and to avoid drawdown as much as I can. I'm going to be using GBP JPY here, this example. As you can see here on your screen, guys, I've already highlighted this area that I'm going to be breaking down this example for, right? So we got this evening star, right? This evening star indicates a reversal in the market. This is exactly how you use time frame correlation, or how to kind of synchronize time frames together to make them kind of work together, and so you never like lost, you know what I'm saying? And this is basically for a beginner, just to make time frame correlation simple. Basically, the first thing you need to identify is the higher time frame, your support, your resistance, the areas where you're trying to sell or buy from, right? So in this scenario we have our resistance. Let's say we have our resistance line right here, and I'm trying to sell the market. Boom. Right, market resistance, boom, breaks, closes below, boom, trying to break above this resistance. It can't. It closes an evening star for a full day, right? This is the daily time frame. Watch here. By the way, if you don't have the two screens like the pro version of TradingView, this still works even with one. For the sake of the video, I'm doing it on two just to make it easier to explain. Right, you have your resistance. You already identified your the area where you're trying to sell or buy from. Now you watch the higher time frame. Of course, higher time frame is boss, so you have to always watch what the higher time frame is doing, so you can take trades on smaller time frame based on the higher time frame. If the higher time frame is bullish, then you're going to be only looking for buys on smaller time frame. If the higher time frame is bearish, then you're going to only be looking for sells, right? So we identified all of that. Cool. We have our evening star. Cool. Now once you identify your evening star on that daily, now you leave the daily alone. Cool. Go down to the 4 hour. I have it right here on my right. Now on the 4 hour, that evening star closed right here. See this bearish candle? This is the last 4 hour candle in this daily, right? Because here you see 22. The next one is 2 p.m. The next one is 2 a.m. What you do is, now to avoid this bullish candle was basically this wick, the next day's wick before the bearish move, right? We need to enter. Now I'm going to delete this on the daily, and I'm going to highlight this little wick. If I can just make that work, god damn. Boom. I don't know why it's not working, but you see that wick? That's exactly where we want to enter our position. We move on to the 4 hour. 4 hour, right there, the new day starts right around here. This is candle right here is our next day, which is this wick. This wick on the 4 hour, it's this bullish candle. Now I'm going to highlight that. What you need to do is you can highlight this area, right? Boom. Let's say this 4 hour time frame is this area right here. Cool. Now you identified, right? You've already have your bias. You're trying to sell because on the daily price is ready to reverse, right? Cool. Now you go down to the 4 hour, you see a bullish candle, right? Cool, that's fine. That's just the wick on the daily. Remember, the daily hasn't broken support resistance yet, therefore the sells are still valid. So on the 4 hour time frame, you see this bullish candle. Highlight that bullish candle, then go down to 1 hour time frame. Now that 4 hour is now 4 candles. Now you see how we so easily moved from the daily to the 1 hour. Now on the 1 hour, we have this mini uptrend on smaller time frames such as 15 minutes and 5 minutes. This is a massive uptrend on the 5 minutes and the 1 minute, right? But since we're on the 1 hour, but because we have our bias from the daily, so this is like a long term basically trade. Could be a long term, could be a short term, but obviously you don't know how far the next candle it's gonna go and close and etc. So now that you have identified your 4 hour bullish candle, which translates to a wick on the daily, right? Okay, cool. Now we wait. If your bias is still sells from the daily, don't just jump into a buy on the 1 hour because you see it moving upwards. This is just creating a little wick on the daily for you to be able to catch the bigger move, right? We're here trying to catch a whole move. We're not trying to catch 2-3 pips. We're trying to catch hundreds of pips. After you see this mini bullish uptrend on smaller time frames, such as 1 hour, you wait it out until you see something like this, bearish engulfing, sorry. So once you find this bearish engulfing, that now gives you your third confirmation that the sells are still valid. Why? I'll tell you why. Because first, the market have just created a lower high. Look at that. This high is lower than this high. It has not broken the previous high. Therefore, the market has now made a lower high. What comes after a lower high? A lower low. Therefore, this is more likely to be broken. And look what happened. Insane. That shit melted. But, so, let's say you're right here. The market is literally right here and this 1 hour candle closed, right? Boom. This 1 hour candle closed. Instantly, after 1 hour, I don't jump 30, 40. No, I instantly jump down to 15-minute time frame. Right, now straight after I go down to the 15-minute time frame. Now for me, this is a perfect entry time frame. Some people like to go down to the 5 and 1. You can do that. It's literally the same process. You need to realize that everything that happens on higher time frame happens on smaller time frame, but a lot quicker, right? On the daily, it takes a day to form a doji. On smaller time frame, it takes whatever time frame you're on, it takes that amount of time in real life to form that candle, right? So now we have identified ourselves from the daily. We see it's an evening star. We see a reversal. We see a resistance. Cool. Now our bias is set based on the daily. Now on a 15-minute time frame, what I like to do to avoid as much drawdown as I possibly can is to kind of look for a little mini break of structure. Now this was already a lower high based on the 1 hour time frame. Now I'm on the 15-minute time frame, and look what happened. Let me show you. See this here? Two bearish candle closes below this mini market structure point. Then the next one retest, and then price comes straight and rejects and closes straight below the market structure point. And therefore, this is still valid. It broke structure. That structure is still holding. And look what it created. Another lower high. Look at that, guys. We have our entry. Let's say after this bearish engulfing or this bearish candle closes, you enter right there. Boom. Safe stop loss would be right here. Riskier stop loss would be just above this wick. Both are still okay. And guys, look at this shit. Holy, that shit melted. And just like that, look at that. You could have targeted this low, TP1 for 1 to 4, 1 to 11. This shit just continued to go. Boom. This is exactly why I always base my trading or my trade for the day on the higher time frame. Is if the 4 hour is trending bullish and the daily is a bullish massive candle, why would you trying to sell? Like it makes no sense. Stop trying to sell in a bullish market. It's simple. Now you see a reversal on the daily, best believe that shit is about to drop a minimum of 100 pip, 200, 300 pips even, right? And here's how you use the smaller time frame in sequence with the higher time frame to make them work together. I hope I made this clear, guys. I hope I made it simple. If you're still confused or have any questions about time frame correlation and how you can make them work together, drop them in the comments. I'll read the comments. I'll make sure to reply. And obviously, of course, I appreciate all the supports on the recent videos that I've been posting, and the subscribers, the likes, the follows, all of that. Really appreciate it. The links are always down below if you're in Discord, all that shit down below. And with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.